Hello everyone, welcome to your channel Today's World. My name is Sangam. I'm a previous class रे 1000 plus J series रो 300 plus question already discuss कर सारी थिले. जो माने भी previous class देखि नांती प्लीज आई फर्स्ट previous class देखि नियंतु. एही सीरीज टी हेल्पफुल हबो अपकमिंग गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम पई लाइक आरआई, पुलिस एसआई and all government exam. Let's start today's discussion. First question is National Green Tribunal NGT was established by the government of India in dash. The correct option is option C, 2010. The National Green Tribunal has been established 18th October 2010 under the National Green Tribunal Act 2010 for effective and expeditious disposal cases relating to environmental protection and conservation of forest and other natural resources. Then correct option is option C, 2010. Move to next question. The Environment Protection Act of India was enacted in dash 1981, 1986, 1995 and 2000. Then correct option is option B, 1986. The Environment Protection Act of India was enacted in the year 1986. It extended to the whole of India. Then move to next question. What does EPA stand for? What is the full form of EPA? First option is Environmental Pollution Agency. Second is Environmental Provision Agency. Third option is Environmental Protection Agency. Then last option is none of these. Then correct option is option C, Environmental Protection Agency. Correct option is option C. Move to next question. What was the title of the Rio 20 declaration? First option is the future we want. Second option is the future we seek. Third option is the future we have. Fourth option is the future we see. Last option is none of these. Then correct option is option A, the future we want. The future we want. The United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, also known as Rio 2012, Rio plus 20 or Earth Summit 2012, was the third international conference on sustainable development hosted by Brazil in Rio de Janeiro. The primary result of the conference was the non-binding document, The Future We Want, a 49-page action plan. How many pages? 49-page action plan. Then move to next question. Earth Summit was held at dash. First option is Cairo. Second option is Rio de Janeiro. Third option is Durban. Last option is Kyoto. And correct option is option B, Rio de Janeiro. The first Earth Summit by United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development was held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992. In 2012, the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development was also held in Rio and is also commonly called Rio plus 20 or Rio Earth Summit 2012. And correct option is option B, Rio de Janeiro. Move to next question. The marine animal called dugong, which is vulnerable to extinction, is a dash. First option is amphibian. Second option is bony fish. Third option is shark. Last option is mammal. The correct option is option D, mammal. Dugong is a medium-sized marine mammal which is vulnerable to extinction. Correct option is option D. Move to next question. Which of the following gas is commonly used in Cairo Bank for ex-situ conservation? Then first is nitrogen, second oxygen, third is carbon dioxide, fourth is methane. Then correct option is option A, nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen is commonly used in Cairo banks for ex-situ conservation, particularly for the preservation of biological samples such as seeds, embryo and cells. The extremely low temperature of liquid nitrogen is minus 196 degrees Celsius, help to slow down metabolic process, allowing for the long-term storage of these samples. Then correct option is option A. Then move to next question. Which of the following factor is the most important factor for the loss of diversity? First option is destruction of natural habitat, second is pest control, third option is genetic assimilation, last option is control of predators. Then correct option is option A, destruction of natural habitat. Correct option is option A. Destruction of natural habitat the most important factor for the loss of biodiversity. Habitat loss poses the greatest threat to species. The wild forest, swamps, plains, lakes and other habitat continue to disappear as they are harvested for human consumption and cleared to make way for agriculture, housing, roads, pipeline and the other hallmark of industrial development. And correct option is option A. Move to next question. In which of the following ecosystem the species diversity is relatively to higher? First option is deep sea, second is tropical rainforest, third option is coral reefs, last option is desert. Then correct option is option C, coral reefs. Coral reefs are believed by many to have the highest biodiversity of any ecosystem on the planet. Coral reef provide shelter for nearly 1/4 of all known marine species, and over the last 240 million years, reefs have evolved into one of the largest and most complex ecosystem on the planet. The tropical rainforests have the largest terrestrial biodiversity. Then correct option is option C, coral reefs. Then move to next question. What is mean by biodiversity? Biodiversity means dash. First option is diverse kind of plants and vegetation. Second option is diverse kind of animals. Third option diverse kind of plants and animals in a particular area. Third option is diverse kind of exotic plants and animals. Then correct option is option C, diverse kind of plants and animals in particular area. Then move to next question. The monoclimax theory was propounded by dash. First option is F.E. Clements, second option C.C. Park, third option is D.V. Agar, last option is S.S. Govt. Then correct option is option A, F.E. Clements. Monoclimax was propounded by F.E. Clement according to the monoclimax theory of succession, Clements 1936. Every region has one climax community towards which all communities and developing. He believed that climates was the determining factor for vegetation and the climate of any area was solely a function of its climate. And correct option is option A, F.E. Clements. Move to next question. Ecology is permanent economy is the slogan of which movement? First option is APICO movement, second is Narmada Bachao Andolan, third option is CHIPCO movement, last option is none of these above. Then correct option is option C, CHIPCO movement. Ecology is permanent economy is the slogan of CHIPCO movement. Narmada Bachao Andolan was against the construction of multimodal dam on the Narmada river. APICO movement was started in Karnataka for environmental protection. APICO is environmental protection, Narmada is against to the construction of multimodal dams, and CHIPCO movement is ecology is permanent economy. Then correct option is option C. Move to next question. The pyramid of energy in any ecosystem is dash. First option is always upright, second option is maybe upright and inverted, third option is always inverted, last option is none of these. Then correct option is option A, always upright. Pyramid of energy is always upright, can never be inverted, because when energy flow from a particular tropic level to the next tropic level, some energy is always lost as heat at each step. Each bar in the energy pyramid indicates the amount of energy present at each trophic level in a given time or annually per unit area. Then correct option is option A, always upright. Move to next question. In the marine environment, the main primary producer are dash. First option is phytoplankton, second option is seaweeds, third option is marine angiosperms, last option is aquatic bryophytes. Then correct option is option A, phytoplankton. Phytoplankton also known as microalgae are similar to terrestrial plant in that they contain chlorophyll and require sunlight to live and grow. Most phytoplankton are buoyant and float in the upper part of the ocean where sunlight penetrates the water. Phytoplankton also require inorganic nutrients such as nitrates, phosphate and sulfur, which they convert into protein, fats and carbohydrates. Then correct option is option A, phytoplanktons. Move to next question. Which one of the following is not subcategory of terrestrial ecosystem? First option is mountain ecosystem, second is marine ecosystem, third option is lowland ecosystem, last option is semi arid ecosystem. Then correct option is option B, marine ecosystem. Marine ecosystem are a separate category of ecosystem that include coral reefs, estuaries and open ocean ecosystem. They are not a subcategory of terrestrial ecosystem. The other option are all subcategory of terrestrial ecosystem like mountain ecosystem and lowland ecosystem, semi-arid ecosystem. These all type of ecosystem that are found on land, whereas marine ecosystem are found in ocean. This is found in ocean and rest of all found in land. Then correct option is option B. Move to next question. The actual location or place where an organism lives is called dash. First option is habitat, second is ecosystem, third is niche, last option is biome and option E is none of these. Then correct option is option A, habitat. The location or place where an organism lives is called a habitat. The organism depends for their food, water, air, shelter and other needs on their habitat. A biome is a plant and animal community that covers a large geographical area. Some of the major biome of the world are forest, grassland, desert and tundra biomes. Then correct option is option A, habitat. Move to next question. Which one of the following is not the objective of smart city development? First option is good governance, second is clean green city, third option is stabilizing quality of life, last option is smart mobility. Then which following not the objective? Then correct option is option C. Correct option is option C, stabilizing quality of life. The objective of smart city development typically include good governance, clean green city, smart mobility. Stabilizing quality of life is not typical objective of smart city development. Smart cities aim to improve and enhance the quality of life for citizens rather than simple stabilizing it. Then correct option is option C. Move to next question. Greenwash refer to dash. First option is promoting Jhum agriculture, second is cleaning of river water, third option is removing greenery, last option is making false promise of protecting the environment. And correct option is option D, making false promise of protecting the environment. Greenwashing is the practice of making an obstinate or misleading claim about the environmental benefit of a product, service, technology or company practice. Greenwashing can make a company appear to be more environment friendly than it really is. And correct option is option D, making false promise of protecting the environment. Then move to next question. Eco mark is given to an Indian product which is dash. First option is pure and unadulterated, second is rich in protein, third option is environmental friendly, last option is economically viable. Then correct option is option C, environmental friendly. Ecomark is the certification mark issued by Bureau of Indian Standard, the national standard organization of India, to product confirming to set standard aimed of ensuring the least impact on the ecosystem. The marking scheme was started as 1991. Correct option is option C. Move to next question. Under the Indian Constitution, the residuary power are vested in the dash, executive, judiciary, parliament and state legislature. Then correct option is option C, parliament. Option C, parliament. According to Article 248 of the Indian Constitution, the parliament has the executive power to make law with respect to any matter not enumerated in the union list or the state list, which are also known as residuary power. This means that if a subject is not mentioned in either of the list, the parliament has the authority to make law related to the subject. This provision gives the parliament a significant amount of flexibility and power to address emerging issues and matters that may not be haven anticipated by the constitution. The correct option is option C, parliament. Move to next question. The preamble to the constitution of India. Yes, first option is not a part of the constitution. Second is indicate the objective to be achieved. Third option is cannot be amended by the parliament. Last option is a source of authority of the constitution of India. Then correct option is option B, indicate the objective to be achieved. The preamble to the constitution of India is an introductory statement that sets out the guiding principle and objective of the constitution. It serves as a source of inspiration and guidance for the interpretation of the constitution and the governance of the authority. The preamble indicates the objective to be achieved such as justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, fraternity assuring dignity of the individual and unity of integrity of the nation. The other options are incorrect and the correct statement is the preamble is a part of constitution. The preamble can be amended by the parliament as it's part of constitution. The preamble is not source of authority of the constitution but rather than statement of its objective and principle. Then correct option is option B, indicates the objective to be achieved. Then move to next question. The term economic justice in the preamble to the constitution of India is a resolution for dash. First option is equal distribution of wealth. Second option is economy in the administration of justice. Third option is socio-economic revolution. Last option is chief justice to the poor. Then correct option is option A, equal distribution of wealth. The term economic justice in the preamble to the constitution of India is a resolution for equal distribution of wealth. It is part of social justice and welfare economics. Thank you. Like, share and subscribe this channel for more selective and most important GS question and answer and related to GS topic discussion. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.